Alright, let's make sure everything's working and then we'll get to work on this. Yeah? Right. Hello. You guys hear me? Awesome. Alright. Yay! Cool. I'm probably gonna sound kind of far away, unfortunately, just because, like, my desk is occupied with a lot of stuff, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, this is starting to play the mirror. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. Let me just bring you guys over real quick. Let me make sure I'm sending you to the right place, actually. Hold up. There we go. We've already gotten started on it. So, yeah. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Yay! Yippee! Alright. Wook wook. Hello. Yes. I was gonna stream earlier, but things just didn't pan out, and honestly, it's not been that great of a day. I won't lie. I will not lie. It has not been that good of a day. Okay. But we persist. Even if it doesn't go as planned, we persist. Let's see. Next antler. I'm actually gonna zoom out on this because it helps. It does help a little bit. Got my tea, got some water because I've had enough coffee today. I probably shouldn't have had so much. But I was like, you know, it actually looks like they're both kind of similar. You know what? I'm gonna pull an old trickaroo. A little tricksaroo. Hold up. You wanna see something neat? Do 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 do. Alright, now we're going to, where is it? Cut and copy, copy and paste. We're gonna grab, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo, and then we're gonna do, boom. And then, you know, I'm gonna clean it up. And then I'm gonna detail it a little bit more so it fits in. But that's just for the generalized, because they're very similar. It's just this one can be a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna like, just mess with it a bit more. It doesn't need to be exact. Just needs to look good, yeah? Go. I really need to finish Hades one. Yeah, I thought about doing that, but I just do not have the mental capacity for it tonight. I'm just like, ugh. God. I wanted to do nothing today, like, just... I wouldn't necessarily call it like a depressive episode, but it's close. Smooth that out. So kind of just more of a comfort drawing, really. To a certain degree. I like drawing skulls, though. Skulls of anything. Yeah, that little trick saves me a lot of belly aching. Because it's still the same shape, it's just difference in cartilage and things like that, you know? No one set of, set of antlers is going to be identical to each side, you know? Not for long, at least. Alright. I think that looks pretty good. For now. Gonna lower the opacity. Let's see. What? I want to use a different brush. I want to use something that's a little lighter. I've got quite a few pencils I haven't used yet. I want something that's... I kind of like that one. Alright, so let's see. There's that one. This one. Oh, this one's just an ink pen, yeah. I actually use this quite a bit, if you guys haven't noticed. Ooh, this one's nice. How does it do on sides? Okay. This one has a bit of a curve to it. Towards the end, you know? Was that what you were drawing the other day? Yeah, the candles, the stuff. I did have like a little wreath on the top, but it kept getting in the way during like Witcher streams, so I just canceled that part out. Which sucks, because I spent so much time on it. But oh well. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this one right here. So... yes. I'm gonna make a notation up in the top, what pen I'm using. So hold on, I'm just gonna make like a small notation. Well, I mean, small, I just want it to be... needs to be correct. There we go. Alright, so I think I'm gonna be using 10, 12, and maybe 6. That way I remember what pen, like if I decide to stop at some point tonight and I don't get the line art done, or I'm doing line art for a different section of it, or something else, I know what I'm using, but I really need to start using other pens and stop, like, it came out nice. You can make Yule Gift rat paper. Ah, that's actually a good idea. Because this isn't, like, the only thing I'm putting on here. Actually, so this is the only drawing, like, if we finish this up tonight, I want to add some other things to it, but if we finish this up tonight, this is going to be the only one that is a reference from elsewhere, because I do have, like, a draft paper that I've been working on for a few days next to me. Whew, I feel like my voice sounds rough. Blech. Sounds scraggly. Hmm. Okay. Man, I know it's gonna be like, what is it? Does it come out in March? It's like January, February, March. Hold on, let me look up something on Steam, because I just, every day I'm like, it's one day closer to Kimori. I'm like so excited for that game to come out. It's unbelievable. Hold on. Steam, let me see it. Actually, Kimori. Kimori, The Legend of Kimori, yeah. It comes out in, so that's 1, 2, 3, March on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of March. Oh, it's in early access right now. Oh shit, wait. Oh. Unga bunga. Unga bunga. I'm sorry. I like the game. I'm excited for it. I've been excited for it. I'm like, it's another day closer. It's another day. I just hope it lives up to, like, that expectation, because there's been times where I'm, like, super excited for a game and it's not at all what I thought it was. You know, there's been a few games this year that have come out that I'm like, that's not... Like, there was this one game, and it's, like, supposed to be a play on Stranger Things, but the way they had, like, I remember when it was in development, and of course things can change from development, like, take Subnautica, for example, if you guys know, like, the story of Subnautica, like, how it actually became popular, and not just the legal drama that's going on right now. Was that it started out as a sandbox game, and then they added story to it because people were like, yeah, this is kind of boring, because there was 5 other sandbox games out at the time. Just to list a few, there was The Forest. I think DayZ was still quite popular at the time. Freaking, The Isle, and then Day of Dragons came out a little bit after The Isle. So there was a lot, and they were like, oh, well, we need to stand out a little bit. Why don't we just write a story? Like, let's have fun with it. You know? And then it really took off, and people enjoyed it. It's okay to over-exaggerate some features. I don't mind that. So, I have high expectations for this one, because they've been pretty consistent from the first time that I heard about it to now that we're getting closer to release day. Of like what the game is, what it's going to feature, so on and so forth. Hello there, sun. How do you say that? Ball of sunshine. Sheen. Hello, welcome. Yeah. Just love. Bello. Okay, Bello. We haven't had a good horse game on Steam that isn't like a scam, you know? And the fact is, it's meant to be not necessarily like a historically accurate game, but I mean, can you really call something historically accurate? I mean, it's not like we have a time machine, but as close as you can get, right? Okay, follow this line. It'd be nice though, I feel like. Don't want to go too hard in indicating a lot of stuff going on here, because mostly I'm just going to leave that up to being painted, you know? I just want to leave these little indicators for myself. Like, hey, this is here, you know? Alright, so I'm gonna get that center line. Alright. I did pick up some nice games from the Steam sale. One of which I think you guys are really gonna enjoy, but it's gonna take a while for us to get to it. I need to finish up Final Fantasy VIII. We need to wrap that up soon, so I'm just looking at it like, I can't wait to get my hands on you, because last time I played you, I was, oh gods, I'm not gonna say which Final Fantasy it is. It's a secret. It's a secret. Top secret. Last time I played it was probably when I was 17. I know technically I could use the mirror tool for this, but, you know, it's just wonky, lopsided. Like, the skull itself is wonky enough or in an odd position to where it's not symmetrical. That's like, if I do that, it's gonna look very uncanny. You know what I mean? Let me take a sip of my tea. Okay. probably should have actually, because there's just so much in the way. Oops. Oh. It's kind of one of those times that I wish my dad had sent me an actual skull. That's something. My dad is very fond of it. I don't know if he... I'll have to ask him when he messages me. It should be like in the next hour. But I've always wondered if my dad has ever drawn before, because, I mean... Okay, my dad, he likes to go quote-unquote hunting. And yes, we're gonna call it quote-unquote hunting. What that actually means when in reference to my father is him sitting up in a deer stand or like in a mud-filled trench with binoculars and like a bag of crackers and his gun or like his bow, whatever he's using, right? For several days. And just not even like, ooh, that's a 10-pointer, ooh, that's a nice fat one. He's just like, I'm gonna name you Charlie. Yeah, you got the little spots in your back. Oh, you're adorable. There have been years, and my dad likes to call it a curse, where he hasn't actually tagged a deer. And what it is him sitting up in that fucking stand, just going, oh, but I know that one since it was a baby. That's Bambi. Okay, Dad. This is... You are just... Come on, man. So, he's never... It's odd to me that he's never, like, taken up drawing or anything. It's like, you sit up in the stand so often. Why don't you just draw him, Dad? You know? Might as well do something aside from stare at him. And count the ticks and all that. Crap, you know what? It's gonna bother me. I will fix it as I go. It is going to bother me. It is going to be bothersome. I know what I said earlier, but I'll fix it as I go. I will fix it as I go. Oh, is that... That spooked me. I haven't heard this part in a long time. I'm still working my way through the Hades 2 soundtrack, man. Okay. This needs to be a bit more center. Train! Okay. Okay. Darken that up. There we go. Doesn't have to be like dead center. It's not gonna be perfect, but you know. I have this habit. It's so silly. I've worked on paper with like pencils and charcoals and things for so long that it's just ingrained in my brain. I'm working on a tablet. Um, tell me, tell me why. After years of working on this tablet now, 2 years, going on 2 years, not even this urge. I still wipe away, like I'm dusting away pencil shavings or charcoal with the back of my hand. Just, ma'am? Wrong medium. Dear gods. It's just so ingrained. Okay. So all this is coming out. And then have the bottom of the jaw right here. Kind of looks like it's semi-connected. Well, it's not even the bottom jaw. I think that's just the, like, snout. Like right in here we'd have our nasal. This would be the nasal cavity. Right? I think so. Oh, speaking of nasal, my sinuses are killing me today. And like that wind, all these storms passing by went further north and then east, so we missed all the tornadic weather. I mean, thankfully. But that wind, oh my gosh. It was freaking howling. Shaking the house, and even the cats were like, whoa, what's going on? Hey, boo-boo, what's going on? Clean up those lines just a wee bit. I like to clean them up as I go. I try to, at least. Brain just got confused, like, I could definitely make the snoot longer, but here we are. You know? The snoot. Actually, I don't even think that's what I think it is. Hold up. I think it's... The foot, like, the thing is so grainy. There we go. Go. I will. I need to shape that side a little bit more, so just kind of there. Meh. Just a wee bit. Yes. Wait. Oh, there. Better. Oh, wait. And then a little bit better there, bud. Yeesh. little startling at times, because the windows and everything are starting to pop a little bit, just because of the temperature difference, because today the high was 70, now all of a sudden it's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So everything's like, whoa, we are not used to this kind of weather. Oh no. Dang it. YouTube, stop it. Stop it, you goose. Alright. There we go. Oh dear. Wrong thing. Just a little bit of cartilage left over. Alright, and I want to shape up this a little bit more around this section. Just a bit, not a lot. Doing that thing again. So dumb. Oh dear. Alright. Wait, the fuck are we? Bleh. Bleh. Oh god, nope, that's too much. No. It's fine. Let's use something a little smaller. Lines don't need to be too thick, you know? Bitter tea. You know, I find it kind of funny. I don't know if Mom is still here, but she was able to recognize, if anybody's played The Witcher, Hearts of Stone, which I'm kind of going through right now. Freaking Gantaro Dem's theme song. I'm surprised, because my mom was able to recognize that the other night, and she's like, whatever you're doing, stop it. You're freaking me out. And I'm like, what? Nothing's wrong. Stop it now. Oh gods. I had an obsession, and I mean, I still do to a certain degree. I had an obsession with Bloodborne for a very long time. That's, I think it's like super critical in regards to like my love for art and stuff outside of like Frank Frazetta and people like that. I just adored the art and the lore and the story of Bloodborne so much. And for the longest time, I would just go around the house. Mind you, I was, what, I think I played it around the same time. So that was about 2016, so I was 15 at the time. And I would just be going around the house, doing my chores and shit. And just start humming along to, Margot's Lullaby. And my mom would be doing something and she'd just pop out of the room and be like, I don't know what it is that you're doing, but you need to stop. It's like the way I don't know if it was just the energy of it or something, that she was like, nope. And not like in a mean way, like, you need to stop, there is no joy to be had. It was just I am concerned about whatever it is you are up to.
Like, there is something about that tune that means no good. Oh, dear. Margot's lullaby isn't, like, horrible or anything. It's actually rather sad, but, you know. For whatever reason, the way I was going about it was just mischievous. Through and through. I'm gonna get rid of this indent line right here, and I'm gonna get rid of that. I need to thin these out because it's just too much weight. There we go. Just too much. I think what kind of flowers I want to put around it. Like,
The theme's gonna be winter, so could be. I already have some with like dogwood berries and maybe like some holly. Because this is gonna be an off cream color, right? Some blue and stuff. No snowdrops. Let me get rid of that note. No snowdrops. I already have a sketch that has winter jasmines. Which I didn't realize how commonplace winter jasmines were. Pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to color this in and then decide what flowers I'm going to put behind it. I'm pretty set on holly. You know, some holly berries and stuff. I think that would look neat. It might actually cover up all this. Now I think about it, but that's okay. I'd rather have this be, you know, the liner and all the detailing and stuff done, and then color it in now, rather than later, and just have like all these gaps and stuff that are super awkward later on. You know what I mean? I've learned my lesson. Have you, evil? Shut up! Nobody asked your opinion! And our thoughts. You bitch. Eh. Oh dear. Bring that out just a little bit. And on the other side too.
Both parts have to be equal, or else it just looks uncanny.
I mean, it's gonna look uncanny because it's atomically incorrect. I'm gonna tell you that right now, but you know what? We do the best with what we've got. With what we've got. Oof, that wind. It's just screaming out there.
It's like these, I can understand why people went mad.
Meh, wrong pen.
Yeah, sorry if I don't talk much during these art streams. I'm just like locked the fuck in. It's weird. It's not locked in. Actually, I think I might do the same thing over here. Honest. There we go. Not super same, but you know.
These with these.
What is this? Sorry, my dad's texting me. Told you. Told you it was gonna be like an hour or so before he did. Oh, something about work. God damn. Okay. Well, talk about a coincidence. That's a lot. Speaking of deer. Deer. Literally. Somebody gave my dad quite a bit of deer from the process. My dad seems to have turned into a little bit of a butcher as of late. I mean, to be fair, he does carve up very well. He's very good at it. So. What is this track? Oh, jeez. I like it. A lot. get rid of these crease lines right here. A little bit of unintentional thing going on there. And then add something else in between, you know? I don't know why, but it makes me think Ezio Auditore. God, I have that game. I just need to download it. But like, the last time I downloaded it, Ubisoft was going through some shit that I was like, nah, fam. Skulls are a delicious subject to draw. That they are. It's just... I don't know, it's something... Sorry. I accidentally pressed down on the keys on my fucking pen. Skulls are interesting for me just because it's not always going to be like same in the sense of it's not always going to look, one side is going to look completely different from the other, you know, from the left side of the face to the right side of the face, just because, you know, the impact fractures, or maybe like it's not scar tissue, but there might be like scar lines from maybe like not just an injury, but from illnesses or like damage to the teeth or anything like that. So it's never going to be symmetrical, and the features are going to be even. Not entirely. That's why I like drawing skulls so much. You know? I like the little details and stories and nooks. Symmetry is unlikely in the details, yeah. Mm-hmm. It bothers me a little bit, but not too much after a while. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna soften this right here because it's a little too angular. And then just kind of add a little catch right here. And then soften this further. Alright. And we'll fill this in later, but now. There's going to be it's going to be like a little catch right here from the rest of the skull. Feel that sometimes I can't help myself and love the symmetry tool too much. Yeah, it's handy for doing swords. It's handy for doing swords, and that's all I'm going to say. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna follow my lines here to a degree. Just gonna brighten them up so it's easier for it to see. And then... oh, for sure. So satisfying. Oh, dear. That symmetry tool saved my ass. I only learned recently how to use it. But it saved my ass on a project a few weeks ago, because I was like, I don't think I can replicate this. Isn't there a symmetry tool to this program? And it's like, oh, yeah, there is. I'm used to it being called a mirror over on, like, Krita and things like that. But they're like, no, no, no. There is something similar. Alright. Do, 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 do. I still love Krita. Krita is great for animation, though I will say I know Clip Studio, in response to like all of these art programs introducing AI crap to their programs and charging out the wazoo for their subscriptions, like what would have been like a $3 subscription is now like 6 or 10. Clip Studio is like, no, we're gonna keep our prices the same, but we are going to expand animation for like the base subscription, which I'm like, oh, do tell. I need to try it out. Because this year, I do want to get more into animating stuff. Just really do more with it. Don't like that. Hold up. Hold up.
Super nice of them. I have yet to try Clip Studio. I got a tablet and started messing with Procreate. Ooh,
I haven't tried Procreate. Isn't that just for like iPad tablet things? Because I'm working on a Huanon tablet, so I've got it it's cooked! It's hooked up to my PC. Though I have been thinking about starting up a little bit of a thing to get myself a tablet later in the year, so I can take it with me when I travel, or, you know, God's forbid I get sick again. I could sit there and draw while I'm miserable and coughing up a lung. Oh, dear. Here we are. Thin these out a little bit. Just a little bit.
iPad, yes. I love Huanon. That was my first drawing tablet. A USB plug-in to my laptop. Invest in the Apple Pen if you want to get a screen tablet. It's super nice.
Okay, I'll take note of that. Wow, I've been kind of shopping around for a while. I was gonna... So, before I got this Huanon, I was originally going to get like a carry-on tablet. Basically, you can take anywhere. All you have to do is like just charge it. And I kind of got spooked out of it. Just because, number one, at the time, I had really shitty roommates who were stealing some of my stuff. And number two, I wanted to like stream with it. So I didn't know how I was gonna work that around, you know, like if I was gonna have to do an overhead camera. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go for a USB tablet. And we'll go from there. And I don't regret the purchase at all. This tablet is, like, it's very efficient for what I need, which is, like, just something that's nice. It fits my table. I can have my cups. I can have, like, my, stand for my rough drafts and stuff, my laptop, things like that. And, the only thing... And I don't know if any, like, maybe on Etsy, well, I don't really use Etsy. Maybe there's somebody who sells these things, but I really... Not a grip. I really wish their pens would come in different colors, though. And this is just me, because I'm an alternative girly, okay? I wear very dark clothing, dark makeup, the whole shebang, right? So everything on my desk is black, But there are times I really wish the tablets and the pens came in different colors so I didn't lose them. I would destroy anyone who touches my art supplies. USB tablets are so valid and kind of nice for a larger screen. Yeah, I like having a larger screen just because it's like all my tools are in one place, which I know for a lot of people is very like perplexing. I thought there was like a little bump. No, this is a smooth. There we go. But nah. It was a very careful purchase. I was like, how am I gonna do this? I did, and I still do. So, a very long time ago, I was like, what? Hold on, I gotta do some quick math. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, it's been 9 years. 9 years ago, someone in my family got me a really expensive set of, colored pencils. I don't know why I'm stuttering on this, but they're colored pencils. It's by Brick, or Bricks. I don't know if they're still, making art supplies anymore, but I still have it. And like, these things are freaking expensive. At the time, they're about like $80. And it's not like a small pack either. It is a huge tin of just colored pencils. And I don't think they're multimedia. I think it's... I'm gonna have to find it again because I have it in with my, I have a bag that I put all my stuff in to protect it from the cats. Everything is like either in saran wrap or in a specialized container to keep them safe. 4 and 7 years ago. Oh dear. I'll add the bumps because they have little bumps on the antlers. All the calcium and stuff. The calcium. But I still have that tin. Now, it means... And it's not that I don't use the pencils. I do use them, especially if I'm like drafting something on paper. But my god, they are wonderful. I don't know how to, they're like super smooth. I'll have to break them out one day. Again. I do use them quite a bit whenever I'm like struggling with body shapes. So I'll just break them out and do figure sketches and stuff. And it's a great way to, number one, if you're a perfectionist like me, it's a great way to keep you from overly stressing about making things perfect and just focusing on breaking the form down into base shapes, right? And then connections, and especially if my problem right now is body relationships, so connection points and stuff is something I'm working on currently. I struggle with that so much. It's like, how do body work? And so using colored pencils and stuff is great for that. That or pens, just ink pens, no erasers. Colored pencils sketches are delightful, especially shape studies. Yeah, and you just use. I know I know people who use multiple colors, but I tend to stick with one because number one, it helps you with like line weight. You don't want to like press down too hard, or else it's all gonna be same, and then you just have this one big blob of color. But instead, you know, light, careful, and then hatching, and of course, all that fun stuff. Body dumb, shape good, exactly. Oonga boonga. Oh god. Oh man. Hey Vince, how's it going? That's another one that's kind of fun. You got a crappy pen that you don't like to write with, use it for drawing. You'll probably be good at drawing. That's what I do with all the pens that I don't like to write with that just feel weird. I draw with them. And so that way they just don't go to waste. I have so many dinosaur sketches. I'm just like, I'm gonna draw a Quasicultus. Eh. Like it.
Mm-hmm. I swear, anything that I don't care about, I suddenly get really good at drawing with.
Exactly. It's like your brain is just like, nah, it has a use for something. Here you go.
It's like, what, 9:30?
Not super pointy. Rounded edges here. Just lightly. There you go.
Like, you're no good with expensive art supplies. The hell?
Oh, gods.
That's why I really dislike it when some... And we all know that person. We all have that, like, one acquaintance. We're not really friends with them, but they're friends with our friends, so they're just an acquaintance. Who's like, oh, you know, art's so difficult, and I use this program to make things for me because that stuff is just so expensive. And I'm like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Get real close, alright?
Go get yourself some 50-cent fucking pencils or pens and get some cheap-ass construction paper. Like, don't spend more than $5. No more than $5. And fucking doodle.
Insert meme of Eminem throwing colored pencils. All I see is Benedict Cumberbatch. You know that meme where he's like, "Eat limes, bitches," and runs off the stage? It's just, "Oh, colored pencils, bitches!"
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Yeah. I started practicing color theory for shadows with crayons the other day. It doesn't have to cost much. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. Like, you know, there are some, I think, when it comes to just drawing, it's a really cheap hobby unless you want to go above and beyond. You know, and even then, and yes, there is a difference in quality, like if you're looking at like what kind of wax pencils or chalks or, oh my gosh, I remember the most expensive thing for me being charcoals, and I really like willow charcoal. That shit's expensive. I had an art teacher who was like, "Yeah man, we're gonna use a willow today." And he handed us all a box, and I just fell in love with it because it's so smooth. But the thing is, it's very, very delicate, so you gotta hold it carefully, or else it's gonna crack. Ugh. And yes, my art teacher did sound like that. He sounded like the turtle from Nemo. "What's up, little dude? Give me 5. He was actually a very stereotypical hippie. Now that I think about it.
Too much.
To your shore, sailor, we are in. Quality might be the only thing in Question. AI sloppers fail to realize you can use literally anything for a whole piece. Also, yes, I love Willow. It was difficult to learn. Willow charcoal equals hippie confirmed.
Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know how that man got away. Like, this dude, let me tell you, this art teacher, he was my 5th grade art teacher. He lived in an RV on campus. He stank of weed, and not like the cheap shit either. It was the good stuff. Mind you, this is 5th grade. He would walk in high as a kite and just be like, "Hey, what's going on?" He has this old stereo and he'd put it up and just pop a fucking, not a CD, a cassette, yeah, a cassette tape in. And it'd just be something. Super relaxing. And just be like, "Today we're just gonna draw an apple. Let's go." Maybe I was just like predisposed into actually liking the dude, because there was absolutely no. This dude was so chill. He was so nice. And it just. The definition of good vibes. Maybe I was predisposed into liking him because of Bob Ross. Dude had his imagination ready for class. There were days that he just did not have a plan, and he was like, "Just draw whatever. You want to paint? I got some paints right here. You want to draw a chalk? Alright. Go outside. It was whatever." I don't think there was a single kid in that entire school who disliked him, because it's not like a free-for-all, but it was like, he's not trying to assert dominance on you. He's not saying, "Oh, you're wrong for doing this, little dude." It's like, "Oh, that's interesting. Why don't you try this, guy?" You know? Boop. But yeah, like one of the more chiller art teachers I've had.
Encourage exploration. That's the best kind of teacher, indeed.
It's like, for a time I thought about going to art school. I don't now, just because it's, I don't know. Not that I've been scared of it. It's just, most of my friends who are in art school right now, or acquaintances and so on and so such, they either have one of two teachers. One being the teacher that's like hyper focused on, okay, I don't want you to go without a job when you get out of here, so you need to be meeting industry standard art. You need to be doing, like, you need to be making game concepts, you need to be making book covers, you need to be making like comic things, instead of like pushing for people to be creative. It's like, no, you need to stick in this lane. And then there's the other side, which I find horribly disgusting, which is, oh yeah, give up and just use AI programs. This is like, why do you have this job? Pardon? Excuse me? Like, why are you a teacher again? You kinda gave up quick on that, buddy. Eh.
I feel
Ugh, that is not education. AI is never art. No, it's not. I'm just... At this point, after being inundated with it for so long, rather than... it's like, I do have my times of feeling a little bit hopeless, and then I'm like, wait, you need a machine to create things for you. You're a fucking loser. Alright, whatever you say, copy paster. What, you can't wipe your ass by yourself? Is that your mama? Oh. Anywho. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, I think the best person I've seen, in regards to, like, their... not their take on AI, but their response to AI. PewDiePie. I don't really care for... not like a, oh, he's horrible. Oh, he's a horrible person, brr. I don't... he's not my cup of tea. You know, and I know that's rich coming from someone like me who likes Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Fucking bidet user. I don't think they can afford a bidet, my man. After all those AI subscriptions. You know how much shit that costs, and I don't even know why they pay for it. You think they're gonna use a bidet? Huh? Oh, God. Oh, man. Bidet. Oh, that's very optimistic. But I'm not a super big fan of PewDiePie just because he's not my cup of tea, that's all. The pugs are adorable, though. I did not have him learning to draw and make, like, his own anime stuff on my bingo card for the year. My bad. They just use dappers. Yeah, they probably do. I was very surprised when it popped up on my YouTube feed of, like, learning how to draw with pencil and paper for 20 days, and I'm like, are you yanking on my chain right now? Oh shit, he's actually doing... Yeah, you know what? You go, man. You go. It's never too late to, like, just learn anything. Like we said, it doesn't take much. It does not take much. Wants me to go to bed. Go to bed before the cat kills you. Like, you'll sleep eternally now. Oh, but thanks for joining us, man. Oh, my cat has actually bonked me so hard that I had to lay down for a while. Just like, you're gonna go to sleep whether you like it or not, human. You've been up for way too long. Here, I'll pop this open so you guys can kind of see it in the corner there. But, yeah. What's another thing I want to learn this year, aside from, like, doing not necessarily fluid animation, just better animation than I have been. I want to learn how to write a comic. That's another one. Yeah. Because I have a series I've been writing for a while. And it's like, I want to put it down in paper, and not just like in writing, but I want to draw it. And I was just kind of scrolling through Tumblr, because yes, I do use Tumblr. The weird fucking fever dream that it is sometimes. Oh. these lines here.
Trying to learn how to draw people better to make a comic myself.
Shapes! I cannot say it enough. Just start by breaking the form down into shapes. It won't make sense at first and it'll be clunky, but eventually, after like a little bit, just take a page and just start breaking people down into basic primary shapes. It will come to you.
It will speak to you like the ring.
And you, like, for me personally, I like to use just ink pens or like colored pencils when I do that. So that way I focus less on making mistakes and more on number one, line weight, and number two, just observing the form. You're training your brain to be careful with your line weight, and you're training yourself on how to do basic art studies, which is pretty cool. Okay. How did that look like it changed? Something on the side did. It's gonna go slow, but I mean, just trust the process. Trust it. You will get there. Trust and believe. You will get there. I'm actually going to use the other side of the antler as a good proxy. Alright, there we go. This is, sounds like In the Blood. Cool. I never thought I needed Greek witchy prog rock in my life. Up until Darren Cobb released this soundtrack. And I'm like, I need more! More! This is my jam! Alright. I'm going to grab another cup of tea. It'll be 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Don't set anything on fire just yet. Tea has been acquired. Yay. Power rock? Or power metal? Not necessarily.
I'm really iffy when it comes to metal. It's just gotta be a band that I'm super into, otherwise I cannot. It has to be like a very, very specific thing. Let me get my glove back on. Oh, actually, I might throw this sweater off, actually. Bless you. Hold on. What is Dad up to? Oh, gotta finish cut it and put it in the freezer. That is... Gosh darn it, phone. Yes. There we go. Prog rock made me think of Seven Spires. Ah. Yeah. That's what I know Darren Cobb's work to be, because everybody just calls it prog. So I'm like, oh, okay, prog. I don't know what that means. Progressive? Something different? One of its own? Sure. Getting sweaty. Okay. I'm gonna worry about the bumps and stuff later. I'm gonna get the other antler done. There we go. Just gonna let it be a little funky there. There we go. Alright. Huh. Thought I heard that go off. Nope. Oh, it is, because we have weather warnings. Oh, lovely. It's probably just a freeze advisory. Yeah, it's getting chilly. It's getting chilly. Yep. Eh. Line up that, because it's a bit too heavy. Just a wee bit. I see, I'm gonna... The pencil I like to work with the most in regards to, like, line art, as bad as it actually is, I like using the icicle pencil, because it's charcoal. Or at least it has a charcoal-esque feel, so... That's why I was like, I need to try something different. Alright, now which one was I using again? That one. Right here. Got it. I'm always chasing the charcoal. It's a classic. Though I do need to force myself to try different pencils and things. I need to like do a major cleanse of my tools. I'm one of those people who just sits there and is like, I'm having an art block.
let me go through the tools section on Clip Studio and see if anybody posts anything that could be interesting.
And then I'll pick it out, try it for a little bit, and do something with it. And then I forget it exists and go right back to my old ones. So I need to just go through my toolbar and clean it out and consolidate it to the ones that I actually like to use. Oh, dear gods. And go from there. What physical art are you like the most, or do you use the most? Mostly just paper and pencil. I don't have enough charcoals anymore. I mean, I have a few. I've got like a small box of them, but just number one, I don't have the... I mean, not necessarily that I don't have the fancy for it, but it's like my brain goes, you have a limited supply. Be careful. So I always psych myself out of using it. So... yeah, mostly just pencils, ink pens, and colored pencils. Oh, I do have markers, but I very rarely use them just because it's one of those... It's a new medium that I'm uncomfortable with for the time being, and learning how to use more to make things pop still. So... eh. There, so you guys can see where we're at. I have too much random craft stuff everywhere. See, that's why I have a bag for it. I have like a carry-on bag for it. Everything's like carefully wrapped and put in different protective boxes and things to keep my cats out of it too. So they don't mess things up too much. Because they will, especially Sam Cat if I'm not paying attention to him immediately. He's like, I'm gonna go fuck your shit up. Hurry! Alright. Down here. And there. My dogs aren't allowed in that room without me. Yeah. The thing is, I get so locked into something that I just stop paying attention to like everything going on around me. So it's like, even if I'm in the same room, I still don't trust them. That and their cats. They're gonna be sly. And be like, oh, I wasn't doing anything. Or they just won't listen to you. You know? They're gonna do their own thing. And be little dicks. You're like, why? Why are you like this? I can add a little bit more shape to it. Well, yeah, right there. I'm really just looking forward to coloring this in. My brain's like, color it, color it, color it. When before, like a few months ago, I was like, ah, I'm sweating bullets, man. I don't know if I can do this. And it's like, I want to try this color scheme. Ah, this might look good. Color theory, I barely know her. Oh, God. Oh, never again. What's that? Where? I can't see that. Piss yellow. It doesn't show up in the fucking chat. I just barely see it on the stream. Just piss yellow. Oh dear. Oh man. It's always a good day to be a fan of green. I like my greens, but I also like my my sea greens because they're kind of bluish. It's like, okay, this is such a weird gripe. I live in the Midwest. I used to live in Florida for the longest time, and I got so used to like the style of buildings they have in Florida and like how colorful everything was. And like the place my biological grandparent had their house, a lot of people would paint their houses this very soft, and it's not like a bright pink, it's like a soft pink. And the best way I can describe it, it wasn't just a cultural thing, it was kind of a... because you have a lot of sunny days in Florida. It's called the Sunshine State for a reason, right? It's also notorious for getting hit with hurricanes, but that's beside the point. Even on sunny days, it's not like when you look at a building it's gonna scorch your eyes, whereas the place I live in, everybody is so obsessed with painting their houses not even an eggshell white. It's like this what is it called? It's not phthalo. I don't know. It's just this blinding white. It's so fucking white. That building, incredibly white. Oh god, and it's blinding because we have a lot of sunny days here. And it's worse when it snows. Like, you get a nice good snow, and you know snow is reflective, right? All the buildings are white. The brick buildings have been painted white. It's just a fucking eyesore every single time I go out. I'm like, ah! Ah! The color! Yeah! Where is it? I'm blind! And I say that just every time I go out and my mom and I are walking around town. I'm like, God, this place is so fucking white. And she just looks at me like, what? I'm like, the buildings are incredibly white. Where's the pinks? Where's the soft oranges? Where's the barely even purple? I can't even say the color of frickin' the bricks. You don't even have, like, you have brick buildings and they're like, I guess I'm just gonna paint it white. No. Like, can't you just leave it the fucking, the reddish brown? So, I'm gonna assume that mostly everybody's blind just because of how they fucking drive. Oh my god, it's... Jeez. It's so aggravating to me. Even back in North Carolina, people would paint their houses different fucking colors. It's not just white, at least in the area I lived in. I don't know about it anymore. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen my brother's house and around Charlotte, so it's like, that might be untrue nowadays. However, what happened to painting your buildings different colors that are pleasant to look at, that are pleasant on sunny days? What's up with this cookie cutter nonsense? You know? You know, I can't wait for like 10 years from now when a new study comes out and they're like, sheer white buildings cause more car crashes. Because there was this report done a few months ago about this, like, poor guy and his wife who live on, they live on a straightaway, but all the houses are white, and the report was like, we don't understand why people can't drive down this straight road, and people were like, oh, there's an optical illusion, oh, there's no sign, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. And all I can see are the sheer white buildings on the one side. Like, on the left side it's just trees, on the right side it's just house next to house next to house next to house. They're all sheer white, and all I can think is, on a sunny day, if I'm driving down this road and I'm like damn near blinded on my right side, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, and I'm probably gonna crash into something if I'm not careful and I don't have like ultra thick sunglasses. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see why people crash here. I can't wait for that. Then I'm not gonna be super like, y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. In the downtown area of my hometown, there's a lot of rainbow, pink, blue, and purple houses. And you know what? That's fantastic. It's like, color. Oh, but what? I can't plant flowers. Oh, yes, the fuck you can. Get creative. Test the acidity in the soil. Mix and match with like different kinds of plants. Go outside your comfort zone of the fucking petunias there, Becky. Flashbang LED headlights. It happens all the time. Oh god. Seriously, the headlights are an issue. I'm sorry, if I'm driving down to work and your raised truck that costs more than your fucking mortgage and you have your headlights on max when the road is well lit, we are going to have a problem. We are going to have a freaking problem. Which is funny, in this state and a few others surrounding, they passed a law about raised tires, especially on trucks, where you can't have like those, you know those super tall tires. And I think we all know at least one person in our town or like village or what have you who has that super expensive truck that they put those really tall tires on, and they're super fucking obnoxious when they drive, and they act like they gotta take up the entire fucking road, even if it's like a 4-lane.
Don't forget to turn the heater.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's like 30 degrees.
Okay, thank you. We all know that guy? Alright, cool. Yes.
Could you write this down for one of your notebooks?
Mm-hmm. What?
Old school, like, I remember seeing pictures of it, like when I was doing the humanities class,
Uh-huh.
but like the old school wild hunt for Christmas,
Uh-huh.
for Yule, instead of like Santa and his reindeer, because that's what Santa and his reindeer are based on, is the wild hunt.
Mm-hmm.
It was Christianized with Saint Nicholas and all of that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
But like black, like Starry Night Yule paper with like the wild hunt writing across. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could do it in pieces and then save those pieces and plant them on one another. And that would be like Yule wrapping paper.
Hmm.
And then like for like Ostara, like ice giants kitties. Hammers and ice giants.
Yeah.
You know, different things like that. I mean, you can find different traditions too. Like you could even do like the 3 dogs at a crossroads, which is typically 3 black dogs at a crossroads is Hecate.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
Yeah.
There's not shit out there like that. Now, if we can find someone to do like cuttings or
Mhm.
to make them for us, you could make like cookie cutters for the different holidays.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sell. I'm just saying we could
It's an
use
idea.
these things, and it's fun shit that we can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, true. True.
So necessity being the mother of invention.
Yeah. There you go.
I just had to give you the idea before I forgot.
The funniest, Drackle says, the funniest was the maybe 5 foot tall guy that had tires on his truck that were taller than him. He used his tires to climb into his truck. The ones directed right at your windshield. But my point is, those tires are illegal here now. But I don't think that is actually being enforced, which is quite frustrating. To me, because it's like, why the fuck do you have those? What? Do you think it makes your dick look any bigger? I still have to bring out the monocle. I gotta get the binoculars out here, bro. In fact, that ain't even enough. Hold on, let's go raid a science lab. Like, come on. It's so fucking annoying. If you want a truck, then get a fucking truck. But you don't need monster truck tires on it. If you want to have a monster truck, go get a monster truck and then take it out to the fucking pit. And get down and dirty. You keep it over there, you keep it off the fucking road. Right? Ugh. What me so? Meow. But no. There's a maximum brightness law in my state for headlights. Never seen it enforced. Okay. That was passed back in 2005. I know there was like a push for a national limit, but once again, it's like, will it be enforced is the problem. You know? That's the issue. It's like, we would like to pass it. We would like to pass legislation, you know? Because obviously, there are problems here. There are issues. There have been serious car accidents because of extreme brights. But are we going to enforce it? That was something. So I used to work at a clinic, and
Same year they passed a law for TV commercial volume limits. Never heard that one enforced either in my state. Yeah, that one might just be, like, a cable deal, like, hey... Which, I don't know how that works entirely, so I'm not gonna follow along with that line of dialogue. That's gotta be something taken up with, broadcasters, then, I imagine. I'm trying to think of, like, a ridiculous law that was enforced in Florida. There's a lot of weird laws in Florida, to be honest. But no, that tire one just baffles me. Because it's... So I used to work at this clinic for, nearly a decade. And the unfortunate part is, for some reason, this county and, like, the council is dead set on cutting down all the trees. Not just by the roads, which I can understand because we do live in an area that does have tornadoes and we do get really bad storms that knock over trees. I understand that. This is me verbalizing, I understand that sentiment. However, it's not just by the roads, or by houses, or by, you know, power lines. It's literally, they want to shear cut the entire valley. It doesn't make sense. And then they complain about it being super hot in the summer. So it's like, it's almost like the trees were helping to regulate the heat and the humidity of the region. Who would have thunk? Anywho. So that aside... So, number one, that made it harder for me to, like, actually walk to work. Especially, like, between, obviously, you know, June into September. Because it's super fucking hot here, either way. But... another one is... they refuse to repair streetlights after they cut the trees down, because, I'm gonna be honest, the people who they have cutting down these trees are fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid, they don't care. They're like, oh, we busted a power line, oh, we busted up a lamp, oh, we busted up somebody's house. Oh well, let's continue. Fucking stupid as shit. Oh god. So there's a lot of sections of town that are just, like, really raggedy looking because of that they refuse to repair, and unfortunately this is a very poor area, so people just don't have the money to make repairs on their houses when the city fucks up and the city does not want to do anything. And very few people actually take this stuff to court. Because the city will then fight tooth and nail to, like, be like, oh, it's not our fault, it's not our fault, you shouldn't have been living there then. Legitimately, that was a case of, like, you shouldn't have lived there then. What the fuck are you talking about? Weirdos. Go up. And then gentle curve. So there's not a lot of lights or street lights in town. The only working street lights that we really have are in, like, along the main street and then by the highway. And that's it. So, I mean, I'm a very conscientious person, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna wear bright colors, and I bought myself reflective tape. And for my work uniforms, and I would carry around a backpack with me to keep some of my work supplies, and, like, for a while there I had to, like, carry around paperwork because it was COVID. So I'd literally get to work, do my job, wait for the girls to come pick me up, and then it'd be, like, a long-ass 8-hour shift going from clinic to hospital to hospital. Oh, God. And I'd have to take, like, different paperworks and stuff with me and just log everything that we did and, like, if there was any complications, etc., 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 so they could keep track and be like, well, get sick, we can identify it, bunch of bullshit. But I would put this reflective tape on both my uniform and my, book bags. Yeah, hi, Lisa. You want to come say hi? Hello. Meow. Thank you. I don't know if you guys heard that. Because we didn't have any freaking streetlights. So, there'd be some people who, you know, normal lights at night that are not blinding, and they'd flash their light once to be like, oh, I see you. Cool. And I'm walking on a fucking sidewalk, dude. So, cool with those people. And then the other group of people, of whom there are too many of them, and I really, really, really despise them, are the ones who have to have their brights on. They're at max. And the thing is, they're not speeding. They're driving super, super slow. And they go to a crawl. And I'm on the sidewalk. They're on the other side of the road. And then they start to cross the medium line into the other lane of fucking traffic at the sidewalk. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then have the audacity to be like, well, I can't see you. What are you doing on the road? And I'm like, there's a sidewalk. There's a sidewalk. Did you not see the medium, which is painted a bright fucking white with reflective paint? Did you think the flashing fucking yellow with the neon shirt with company logo and the fucking flashlight means move over to the other lane and into a ditch onto the fucking sidewalk and to then bitch at me? I don't think so. People are weird here. That's happened like way, way too many times. God, I had a lady call the cops on me as I was leaving work. And her complaint was, oh, there's this girl and she's just running in and out of the road and this is what she's wearing. And this cop came up and he already knows. I'm like all the way down the road. I'm at the market. I'm stopping at the market to pick up some stuff for the house. And he's like, hey, hon, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah. Okay, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going home. Why? What's wrong? And he's like, some lady called on you and like, you're not running in and out of the road. And I'm like, no, I'm walking on the sidewalk like I usually do. And this lady was just mad because, like, the doctor I worked with at the time didn't want to fucking see her, so he pushed her fucking appointment back by a day. So she was, like, sitting outside in the parking lot across from the clinic's parking lot, just watching to see if there was anybody who was gonna leave the clinic late. And that just happened to be me. This fucking bitch. Some of my top silly laws for California. Oh, joyous, my friend told me about. It's illegal to eat an orange while taking a bath? Also, the city of Chico? Is it Chico or Chico? I think it's Chico. You can't set up a nuclear device with that shady look. That feels like it's related to Fallout. I think there was a lawmaker who took Fallout a little bit too seriously. They're like, we gotta prevent this shit from happening, dude. Oh, stupid drivers. I used to walk the 5+ miles to my friend's house. 0 street lights the entire way. Ugh. And it always irks me, because there were parts along my old route that had streetlights, and then people either A, broke them intentionally, or they were broken by the city doing quote-unquote repairs. And it's like, Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. And there are people who would get mad because I was using a flashlight. And it's not like a super bright flashlight. You know, it's just... I don't know how to describe it. It's just a regular flashlight, you know? I can see a little bit ahead of me, and other people can kind of see a little light in the distance. But it works. It's not something that's gonna blind you, you know? Not unless you get unreasonably close. And give me the opportunity to blind you. But that's neither here nor there. Lighten this line up a little bit. And these should be very, very thin.
Like, what are you doing with that? You shouldn't have that.
And I'm like, how else am I supposed to get home?
And you need to take the path with the light.
And I'm like, where's that?
Over there.
Okay, but there's no streetlights in between.
That's not my problem.
Well, you're a taxpayer who's paying for those lights not to fucking work, so you should actually... This is actually your problem. This is, in fact, your problem. It's all of our problems.
It fucking pisses me off, because, like, why the fuck do I pay taxes if you're not gonna fucking fix the streetlights that I use, that you want people to use? Me!
Free. Like, I'm sorry, if I'm paying for a service, I kind of expect the fucking service, you know what I mean? Ugh. Clean that up a little bit, line up lines. God, I just... You know, there is a weird law I know about, but it's not Florida, it's Alaska. Some twat. Do you know... There's this thing called moose dropping. And some twat thought that it actually... Because, okay, so let me describe the scenario for you. Moose dropping involves a helicopter going over a town, and they drop quote-unquote mooses. Now, what does that make you think? Do you think... Ah, yes, they're loading a live moose into a measly little helicopter and dropping moose onto the town? Or do you think they're dropping moose shit onto people? I'll tell you which one it actually is. It's a bunch of dudes in a helicopter dropping moose pies, moose shit, onto people in this town. And I don't know who thought about this idea, who thought, oh yes, this is a great party idea. But there are people who celebrate this, and they go out, and they gather a bunch of moose shit, they hop in a helicopter, and they drop moose shit on their friends and family. So this guy, this lawmaker was like, did not pay attention to this at all and just saw moose dropping. He was like, oh, my sensibilities are offended. Oh, and he got it into Alaska law that you're not allowed to put a moose in a helicopter. And get this, you're not allowed to put a moose in a helicopter to then drop it. I just remember, like, people being like, why would you put a moose into a helicopter and then drop it? That sounds dumb as shit. But by then it was too late. And I think it's still in the books. I think they just left it. Like, oh god, it makes me wonder, you know, will they ever repeal it? And if so, I want to know when. And if it will be a hotly contested repeal. Like, do you think there will be people, Alaskan lawmakers, who are like, I can't stand for this! You shall not appeal this law! The moose deserve protection from helicopters! Oh, I just remembered something. There is a weird law here in Oklahoma. You're not allowed to give alcohol to a snake. Would you like to know why? This one actually has a funny fucking story to it. It also has a very popular conspiracy theory behind it, of which I will say, for shits and giggles, I espouse this conspiracy theory 100%. It sounds like a gold rush shenanigans. So, this actually happened not too long after I moved here. What a mistake that was. So basically, I'm gonna cut to the chase of it. This guy and his girlfriend were out driving on the notorious do not fucking go if you're not familiar with the area road. It's a 4-hour long strip with no turns, no stops, no gas stations. It cuts through a huge swath of prairie land that's full of tall grass year round. There are no trees, there are no hills, it is flat prairie land. And a lot of people go mad there. So this guy and his girlfriend, they're driving along and they were visiting these hardware shops. And the thing is, it's legal to buy uranium, but you can only buy it in small quantities. And there's a policy at these hardware shops of, they have to call in to other shops and say, so-and-so was just here and they bought this many grams of uranium. Well, these shops and this guy, they all knew each other. This guy knew the clerks and knew the store owners. So they were like, oh yeah, sure. They didn't adhere to this policy. So this guy was going around with his girlfriend buying a shit ton of uranium. And eventually one of the shops caught on and was like, huh, that's kind of weird. Let me call up this place. And they're like, oh yeah, he bought some here. Uh-oh, let's go call this place. Well, he bought some here. Call the other place. He bought some here. Crap. Okay, what do we do? Well, we need to call the police because this is illegal. Right? You're not allowed to have a lot of uranium on you for reasons. For reasons. So they call the police, like, the local area, and the local police are like, we can't do shit, but we know who can. Oklahoma Highway State Patrol. Or Patrol, whatever. You know, those guys. They're not great, but it's kind of funny. So they get a trooper out, and he catches up, and it's not too hard, because it's literally just one direction. You're going one fucking direction on this road. There are no pit stops. There's nowhere to hide. You're just going, right? Pulls him over, and he looks in, and he sees bottles of Jack Daniels, and there's only one that's open, and he's like, oh, sorry, have you been drinking? And the guy kind of laughs and goes, yeah, well, sorta. Well, what do you mean, sorta? Have you been drinking or no? I haven't been drinking, but the snake has. The cop's like, what snake? The girlfriend pipes up, snake in the back seat. Trooper pokes his head into the truck, leans all the way in till he's at the middle section. And right in the back seat of the truck, seat belted in, is a fucking rattlesnake. And he's like, you gave alcohol to the snake. Yes. Why? So we could later give it uranium. Why? To create Super Snake. Huh? Oh, God. So you're telling me you were trying to create Super Snake by plying it with alcohol and uranium? Yes, sir. Why? Why not? Okay, we're putting you under arrest for animal cruelty and for for driving under the influence. Aww. So as the story goes, these two were booked, and the snake was put down. However, there was an alternative theory because government officials were involved with the case because of the uranium and a few other things that were going on. So the theory goes that that's a cover-up story, them putting the snake down. No, instead they took the snake to a secret base and they're testing it and trying to create Super Snake. For real. So out there, somewhere, one day, we might see Super Snake. If America ever falls under threat, Super Snake might appear. It's so fucking dumb, but I love it. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's something. Alright, lock the fuck in. Oh, God. Oddly enough, that reminds me of the quote-unquote raid of, fricking, what was it? Area 51? How much of a bust that was. Alright. You what, bitch? Alright, time to use my favorite painting tool. This one. It's very unorthodox, but it works. Because, and unlike the other tools that I use, this is... I understand people like to... Hold on. Oh, can you guys see that? I fucking can't. Girl. And here's the deal. I don't use a pure white background. This is actually like a light gray, so... What the fuck? Here. Use that as our base. There we go. And if you need to go any wider... Actually, that's like a nice off-white. Awesome. Yeah. Boop. But, yeah. Weird shit, man. Weird shit. I really like this particular pen, just because it's a one tone rather than like 3 or 4, like most pencils, that are supposed to be great for coloring. Which, I mean, for some people, but like if I'm doing multiple different strokes, like I keep coming back, right? If I'm doing that with a 3-tone or a 4-tone, it just fucks up the entire, like, feel of it, and like the different shades, right? And I understand their purpose, I do. It just fucks everything up so fucking much. It's very frustrating. I really want some coffee. Like, my system is slowly getting back to normal, like my nervous system and everything, and like I'm able to have regular teas and stuff and green tea without feeling like an absolute fucking mess, or that I'm gonna have a heart attack. Because most of my issues the past 2 weeks have been a nervous system like imbalance, I guess you could say. So now that it's like calmed the fuck down, like, oh, I'm me again. I fucking swear, as soon as like the COVID just left my body, it was like I woke, like the best way I can describe it is like waking up in your house, but somebody was living in your house for a while. Can you have cocoa? Yes. Yes, I can. I've been adding a little bit of like cinnamon and ginger to it too, because it tastes good with that, you know? But as soon as the COVID left my body, it felt like I was in the same house, but somebody else has been living in your house, so like all the furniture and all the paintings and all your dishes and everything is in the wrong fucking place, and I'm like, who the hell did this? So for the past 2 weeks, I've just been like, the best way to describe it is moving everything back into place. Like, I can, yes, this is my body. Yes, this is correct. Okay. Now stop having panic attacks, you dumb bitch. You're fine. Gods. Alright, hold on, that mouse. Ooh, peppermint hot chocolate. Ugh, yes. Is this a Sam? No, just like a Sam Grendel question mark? I know his first name is like Sam. The fucking... He plays a mean flute. Gods. I used to have this, I ran out of it, of course, but there's this, and it's like the most apothecary-esque little vial of green ooze. I used to have this vial of green ooze, and what it is peppermint extract. Oh, gods. And you just gotta pop the cork off, right? And it's a very small vial too. So I used to take a toothpick and just kind of like tip it a little bit and take the toothpick, and it comes out as like a syrup. It's a very thick syrup. So when you're making your hot chocolate, you gotta be careful, right? You just put like a few drops in, or a few little globs in, and then you put your, like, whether you're using milk or water, basically peppermint concentrate. Yes, that's what it is. And then you put like your milk or your frickin' water in, or else it's just gonna sit in the top, and then you're like, mix. Shit. Mix. It just clumps up if you add it after you add your base. Ugh. It's not a fun time. Did I miss a spot? Hold on. There's a good way to check. I think I did. No, that's just the line. Still can't believe they made a Florida Man series. Florida man. It's squirrely. Yes. Fantastic. I know I shouldn't care about this, but I do. My brain does, at least. My brain does, at least. But I like how thin, not necessarily like super thin the lines are, but you know, I like that they're a little bit more controlled than whenever I use my charcoal pencil. How about that? It's a bit more refined, just a wee bit, but also still retaining that sketchiness that I enjoy. I know so many people are like, I don't like the chicken scratch feel. I don't like the sketchy feel. I like to have my lines be pure. Straight, thick lines. That's it. Nothing else. The weight distribution must be correct, however. No scratchiness, no overlapping. One smooth organism. I'm like, it's good, but I don't like it. You can't force me. I like to... I like to see kind of where I've been and, you know, just if I was struggling with something, what it was, look back at it later and be like, ah, yes, that's where I was. That's fine. I'm not saying that clean lines are bad or anything, it's just not my... I don't like to do it because it takes too much fucking time and it never looks good when I do it. So...
I'll do it my way. I leave it a little sketchy.
But, base colors. Yay!
Hello.
Oh, I just remembered what I was talking about earlier. My gods, I got so distracted. Squirrel! Oh, jeez. My brain really is like that sometimes. I'll be talking about something, be so in-depth about something, like World of Warcraft or Witcher or Transformers, something of the sort, and then just be like, shiny!
Oh my gosh!
And that's just how it is. Distraction, flashbang, go! And it's highly effective. Oh, gods. Oh, dear. But... Shit, I'm actually distracted again. Fuck! What was I talking about? What was... God damn it. Oh no. It actually worked. What did I remember? Fuck, I should have said it first. No! Now it's gonna bother me. Fuck, I got it again! Okay, it relates to memes. Fuck. Hold on to that brain cell evil. Hold it on to it. Oh my gosh. Holy fuck. No, I was perusing Tumblr a while back, and somebody was on there asking for a little bit of help. And they're like, what's a good way to help, like, add a bit more life to my, it's like the series that I'm making. What, like, I need personal help, like, making it feel a bit more, not realistic per se, but to flesh it out a little bit. And somebody was like, go perusing through a bunch of memes and just try and relate them to some of the characters you have, and then make that meme fit your world, basically. So I'm gonna do that here soon. Because I thought it'd be funny. I'm just gonna get a bunch of memes together and be like, okay, we're gonna do that. We have been trying to reach you about your distraction extended insurance. Oh, God. This is why I can't watch Distractable. Not sponsored. I'm actually serious. I cannot watch Distractable, or not watch, but listen to Distractable if I'm working on something that requires any increment of brain power and thought process. Because I will get distracted. Those guys go in fucking circles about random shit at all times, and I'm like, yes, okay, yeah, I'm in it, yeah, uh-huh, whatever you say. Oh, God. It's just how it goes. Oh, I thought I heard the kettle going off. I was like, wait, did we turn the kettle on? I don't think so. Alright. Oh dear. But no, I actually need to make... There's a few things I need to make in relation to the series that I'm working on. Number one is a species list. Like, for animals, monsters, and for humanoids. Because my friend was like, I need a list of things, because girl, what the fuck is going on? I want to make characters. And I'm like, okay, I'll get that to you as soon as I can. And at some point, I want to make a map as well. Which, I don't know if I want to be, like, super realistic with it, or if I just want to kind of be like, fucking, let's get some rice out, when we get a paper out, let's do this shit. You guys remember those TikToks of people taking a bag of rice, or of taking, like, cups of oatmeal and just dumping it on a sheet of paper and then shaking it, and then they would draw, like, where land masses and stuff were based on the rice grains and things? I thought it was pretty cool. But then I always get tied up in the... There's this geologist dude, who looks at different games, and I think the most recent video I've seen of his was the rivers of Witcher, and are they accurate? And I'm like, I kind of want to make mine accurate, to be honest, just to... I don't know. Like, there can be some whimsy in reality, to a degree. It's not like Pandora fantastic fantasy, you know? It's just... Miss the look at random melting snow piles for island map ideas videos. I've never heard of that, but I will investigate it. We'll investigate further. Yeah, need to put together a series of maps and stuff. That wind has calmed down, but my sinuses have not. It's actually the first time, well, I mean, tell times, but it's the first time we put on the heater in like 4 weeks, I methinks. Because, I mean, it's been fairly warm as of late. Just so weird and wrong, but, But back to the subject at hand, I was sitting here thinking earlier, because I'm just, you know, occasionally you have little ideas and little tidbits for characters, and I was messaging my friend about it, and then I had this epiphany of like, you know, I've been struggling with a background idea for the series, and it just relates back to a video I saw a long time ago of somebody just talking about the subtle storytelling and depth of a story by adding ruins. Just not even explaining what the ruins are, just leaving ruins throughout your world, right? And the best like series I've seen that implements that idea of like, we want to add age to this realm, we want to quietly show a tragedy, is Horizon Zero Dawn. If you guys have ever played that or at least seen it before, when you're running around and you see the frickin' cities with skyscrapers that are all just in rubble. And I quite like that. I don't think I've done this section yet, have I? Sorry, brain go burr.
It's like, you must take care of the outside lines. Eh.
Okay. Enough of staring at that. Oh yes, thank you for the music intensification as I zoom out. It's not like it's anything bad. Oh gods. Okay. Now for my favorite part. Layering! It actually is my favorite part. I like fucking around with this quite a bit. Now I do want to throw some blue in somewhere. Blue is good for like just base shading. If you want something really dark or to appear a little bit darker than it actually is, then it just adds a little character. Oddly enough, the thing that stresses me out about shading or adding a bit more depth in regards to color on things is drawing non-humans. I'll give you an example. I was sketching, like, I think everybody knows what World of Warcraft is. I was like coloring some OCs and their Draenei, and the base color for Draenei are blue. And I'm like, should I add purple? Like, as a toner, you know? How most people naturally, when doing anything, you be excited, you're talking to someone, you stand around someone, you have a natural blush, right? I'm like, would it be purple? Or darker blue? And but what if that character already has a darker blue tone, like skin tone? Then would it be purple? Oh no, okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Ah, there's my message, my friend. He's like, I don't know. Gee, thanks. Very helpful, very helpful. Make sure it's on blend, not on the finger. My usual favorite part in art streams is the fill in the color part. Did they remember to connect all the lines? God, I don't even fuck with the bucket, man. I don't. I have been screwed over one too many times by it. I just don't mess with it unless I absolutely have to, and I'm like, you know what? I'm at my wit's end with this piece. I need to move on with my life. This will hold me captive till the day I die. Oh, gods. Hold me captive. I might use a darker kind of tan and put it in the little nooks and crevices, and then we'll go back through. Why? Don't do that. Jeez. I accidentally hit one of the buttons on the pen. You know, there's a comment to be made here. Right there. Seem to have targeted side ads today. Since I ordered a new computer, desk has been seeing a bunch of here are cheer ads. Oh god. Ugh, that's annoying. That is always annoying. Okay. Gonna add a touch up here. Okay, I'm gonna use a slightly darker tone. Very selective areas. Yes. This just makes me think, or remind myself that I need to make some new emotes and stuff. But that's gonna be later in the week. That's later. going to make hot cocoa. Alright. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna put this like right under where the nasal starts. And then right in this cavity here. Okay. And then just gonna add a strip of it right here and blend it in. A little bit.
A little bit for flavor.
Okay. That's the blender, right? Yes. Okay. It's very perplexed for a second, like, oh. Might want to expand that just a wee bit. And it's okay if it gets too dark in certain areas. I can always come back through and make it lighter. That's the beauty of it. It's never an end-all be-all. It might annoy me for a little bit, but I can always go back. Okay. You know who the best people at coloring and shading are? Makeup artists. Even ones who do so as a hobby. Because they understand, like, tones and shaders and how to blend better than anybody else. They do it every day. So it's like, oh, it's freaking second nature to them, which is crazy to me. Let's add another layer. Over here. Let's start adding something a little darker. Wait. I think I already had a bed tone here. gonna add a whole bunch, just a little bit. Just a little bit. The track reset? No, Wrath of the Heavens. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, it's time for Goku. Just a little bit there. And that cavity. I don't know if I'm gonna add blue. Maybe. Yeah. I'll go turn the kettle on here in a moment. Thank you for the sub, Mom. Let's see. Right in here. So there's a gap between these plates. I think Wrath of the Heaven, like not the latter portion, not the entirety of it, but at least 3 or 4 tracks. Hold on, let me see. So Mountains of the God, or Mountain of the Gods, Wrath of the Heavens, Olympus of Flame, I don't think Lap of Luxury, Mother of All Storms, and Father of All Monsters, alongside Fated Glory, In the Blood, were all filmed and recorded by the London Orchestra. So when I found that out, I was like, damn! How'd you get those guys to do that? That's pretty damn cool! Pretty cool. Okay. Forgot to turn on the stovetop for my kettle. Time to wait again. I have done that. I have done that many a times. There was one day, and it was a while back, it was like a month ago, and I was having really, really bad, like, memory issues because I wasn't able to sleep. So, I was just having a bad time. I had gone out to the kitchen, and I have this very distinctive memory of turning on the kettle. And I was sitting there, waiting, and eventually my mom was like, "Didn't you turn the kettle on?" I'm like, yeah, it should be going off. Maybe I filled it up too much and, like, the water is hitting the spout, so it's not making, like, a very audible noise. So I go out there. The stove wasn't on. The stove was never on. I'm standing there, like, perplexed by the fact that the stove was not on. I'm like, I have a very vivid memory of turning the stove on, turning around, grabbing a snack, and then coming back to my room. What do you mean it's off? It's very perturbed.
Perturbed.
Alright. Speaking of stoves, we will be right back. I'm gonna go turn the stove on for reals this time. It'll take me like 3 minutes. I return.
Ugh, God, ow.
I'm gonna get my
Sure, cozy spot. It's alright for her back.
I've done that one too many times.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Go. Yeah, a little bit bigger. Bah.
Ha.
I need to check something real quick. Ah, cool. No. What about over here? Wait, how long have we been? We've been live for 3 hours now. Oops. I keep thinking it's super late at night. Oh no. I just... The time change and being sick for so long has fucked me up. So I'm like, it's like 2 in the morning. Wait, no. Wait, hold on. My friend sent me a message. It's not something I've thought about. Huh, I see. He just sent me a long ass list of stuff that I'm like, ugh. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, we'll think on it when I get brain power to do so. Well, not even brain storage, yes! Y'all got any brain storage? Don't think I didn't see you. There we go. These spots in the back actually need to be way darker than what they are. Like super, super dark. Train!
It's fine.
I like trains. You like trains? Okay. I think this is turning out pretty good. Possibly. Possibly. I mean, honestly, this actually was started out as literally I wasn't gonna do anything with this. I was just gonna be like, I'm gonna draw and paint Skull to make myself feel better. I felt like shit for most of the day. I wish I had more animes I want to watch was dubbed, so... Or I wish more animes I want to watch were dubbed, so I can play games while watching those animes. I feel that. God damn it, you and that fucking name. I'm just gonna call you F and F. What's up? That's fucking wild, dude. Oh god, ads. Jeez. Hush, auntie. Don't you shush me. How dare you? Oh dear. This back section. This needs to be darker. And then around the eye sockets. So we'll get it as we go. I gotta think of it. I'm gonna have to come back through because I'm gonna add some more stuff onto this as later. Damn it. Just shadowing and things, but you know. Why is elevator music playing? And that's what that is? Okay, there it is. Okay. Splendid. Thank you. It's kind of bopping. It's nice. It's nice, actually. Okay, okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no, yeah, I can get the. Is this atomically correct? Anatomically anatomic. The animatronics get really quirky after night. As close as I can get it. But it's a broken up deer skull, so bits and pieces are missing. That's kind of how I like it. I think I will add that bit of blue. Becky. Blue. No Ron. But Becky. Bitches love blue. No Ron. Go. I'm just gonna say it. I can tell that Darren Cobb really liked God of War. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Hold up. And then we're gonna mix it together and I'm gonna throw some blue on. Some Becky, would you like some blue? Take my blue. You'll see why. So I gotta keep an ear out for the kettle. The kettle. Like, you can hear the God of War in this, right? I can hear it. Okay. Mix it. Alright. I'm just waiting for that kettle to be done. It should be done relatively soon, actually. Alright. Wanna add a bit of blue? Try some blue. Like a dark blue. I'll try this. This is something I've heard about. It may not work, which is why we're putting it on an entirely separate layer.
don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know if I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. No, I'm not feeling it. Maybe for a different piece. Not this one, though. Okay. No, no, I'm good. What I will add is a little bit of this around the edges here. The what? Pardon-moi. Boop. No. Kind of blend in with the other shaders here. When there you go.
It's like, no, I don't want to blend. Re.
Kettle's going off. We'll be right back. Hold up. Alright.
In troubled times, when the hordes beat at the gates, we steel ourselves with the weavings of the fates, sworn to do our righteous duty, ruling the heavens and the earth. The sun shall rise and dawn will break our fated glory ours to take, though perils come to test our will, our noble home is standing still, weathering all storms with pride. From highest peak to the deepest seas below, we tend the weak so that mortal lives may grow. Fleeting flowers in the springtime, craning to feel the morning light. The sun shall rise and dawn will break, our fated glory ours to take, though perils come to test our will, our noble home is standing still, weathering all storms with pride. Here above the clouds we sing aloud the voice of God. The sun shall rise and dawn will break, our fated glory ours to take, though perils come to test our will, our noble home is standing still, weathering all storms with pride.
I return with some hot chocolate. Okay. And an Oreo. For dipping. Mm. 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 It was good stuff. Okay, where did I put my pen? There it is. Found it. Ah, yes, the true terror. Trying to find your pen. Alright. Okay, I think that's as much shading as I'm gonna get done on this portion. So I'm just gonna add something in real quick. Not that. Oh! Wait. Oh, I did not realize that happened. Whoops! Here we go. Okay. Damn it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave those empty. Never mind. Never mind. My bad. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Don't mind me. Just fucking doing things over here that doesn't really, you know, doesn't really go. Alright, I need to put this on a different fucking layer. That's what I need to do. Let's see if this color actually works with the base color here. A little extra layering, and the answer is yes. This is gonna be... I know we're starting out with a pretty... It's a very dark neutral color, but we're gonna add some more dark tones to it. Some more toner here. And then we'll add some lighter colors later. Something lighter. I'm gonna give myself like 20 more minutes to work on this, and then we have to go. Because I got fully distracted, and then it was like, oh, I'm putting more thought into this now. This might be something for later. Like, I think I overdid this. To be quite honest. The question is, do I feel better? Yes. Yes, I do. So, possibly worth it.
Before the dawn, dark clouds the sky. In the east, when the sun begins to rise, shadows stretch their gloomy figures, shifting until the twilight comes now. Moonlight guides us starry-eyed.
And other side. Shoot.
After dusk, when the moon starts to rise, silver rays
Ugh.
to illuminate the night.
Listen, if you're gonna sneeze now, forever hold your peace.
Gods.
Carried along the changing tides, then dawn
Thank you for the hydrate. See, I was smart. I had a thing of water here while the hot chocolate cools down a bit.
I can be moist sometimes.
Does anybody know about the Legend of Adventurous, I think it's called? It's a D&D show. Like, one of the guys is playing as a mouse, like a beast person, and it's a mouse. And her name is Bitsy. I just... For the last few days, I've had this one line that he says, and it's a guy playing this little mouse, a female character. And I don't know the context. I don't know what the deal is. But one of the players goes, "Oh, look, Bitsy, there's mice in the carpet." You've seen it, right? Okay, so we've seen the same clips. We've probably seen the same one. There's a fun fact about the animator, which I'm sure everybody knows at this point.
Oh, look, Betsy, there's mice in the carpet. Mice in the carpet?
What mice in the carpet? There's fucking context, but he's doing the character's voice and then it goes normal and he's like,
Mice in the carpet.
what mice in the carpet? It's just been stuck in my head for several days and I'm like, mice in the carpet. Oh god. Oh dear. Let's see how this works. It might be good in like streaks. I don't know. Maybe like a low opacity. Yeah. Hey JJ. Morning. How's it going? How is it going? It's good. Nice. Dear. These antlers might actually give me a bit of grief. Might. What?
What color was I using? Fuck.
Okay, hold on. There we go. I hate that it just automatically goes to the color drop. It's like, my dude. No. Okay. Oh, what time is it? We've got like, what, 10 minutes left? Eh. Because mostly what's left for the antlers is just, like, texturing colors and things like that, which... Yeah.
Shipwrecks keep watch where the treasures sleep. Yours to keep, if only you survive the journey down. Waiting there, feeding your temptation. Do you stay or do you dare? Below the surface, treasures a gleam calling you down to the floor below. A shining bounty.
I don't know what to do about the antlers. Unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. Eee. Hold up. Let me check something.
Visions of mates with their scales of green. Go for a swim and they'll be your queen. Caught between
Maybe throw on a different layer and we'll experiment a little. Yeah.
the sea. Waiting there, feeding your temptation.
I'm gonna throw in some tans.
Do you dare?
Let's see how this looks.
Below the surface, treasures a gleam calling you down to the floor below. A shining
I'll definitely add some toner, but what if we...
beams glimmering, dive in and downward go. Below the surface, treasures a gleam calling you down to the floor below. A shining bounty, reaches of dreams glimmering, dive in and downward go.
Oh my gosh, they added this one. Oh no.
You look at me with bewitching
Ah,
eyes.
well then.
Rain in a queen, give me butterflies. I can't disguise the way I feel about you anywhere. Do I dare open up and tell you you're the one I've waited for? Your sweet love potion, I just can't resist.
This is like some old, like, 80s or 90s rock love song, basically.
The ocean, and I give you my pearl. I confess, you get me out of my shell.
And I just love it.
They call it a crush 'cause the pressure kills. Down in the deep up to my gills. It gives me chills. And now I've gotta spill what's in my
I'm not that old.
Sorry, Mom.
Open up and tell you you're the one I've waited for.
Oh, dear.
Your sweet love potion, I just can't resist. And I know you got me
Dolly Parton would be proud of bewitching eyes.
across the ocean, and I give you my pearl. I confess, you get me out of my shell.
Look, it's a good song. It's just like, okay. Alright. Somebody was awesome. It is very Heart and Celine Dion-ish. It is. Would have definitely been on the Delilah show. I'm gonna add more to it later, but for now I think it's a good start there. Just different tones. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop this here, because if I keep going, we're gonna go past the time limit that I have myself even further, so yeah. I'll work on this in the background later. But for now, if you guys enjoyed this, drop a follow, all that good stuff. I think tomorrow we're gonna play The Witcher, so yeah. Yeah, we'll do some more art streams in the new year. But thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye! See ya! Yeah. Oh, look, it's a dragon! Where? Squirrel! Alright, see you guys later. Bye!